Thank you very much. The first question will come from Jim Morrison. And each candidate will have 2 minutes, and Pat Evans will start with the first answer. So, Jim?
Thank you, Robert. Economic development has become the lifeblood of a community, whether it's local or at the state level. Economic development is a very important subject. The two of you seem to have a difference of opinion on the role that the mayor should take in economic development. Would each of you state your position on what that role should be and defend it?
Thank you. I appreciate the question. Yeah, it's been coming out lately. It seems that I'm anti-economic development or anti-business, which I find interesting. Mind you, I've been on the board of Advance, which is the small incubator for the Green Bay Area Chamber of Commerce, who's got them hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I was on the board of NWTC, and was able to move from Potts Avenue over to NWTC from the work that I did on the board of Advance and on the board of NWTC. I certainly support economic development. It was interesting, I had a gentleman call me today, and I went over Jeff LeMay from Burlow Mattress Factory, and he said, Pat, he says, I find it pathetic that any elected official on any level would take credit for business development. He said, they didn't mortgage their house like they did. They don't have a mortgage on this business like I do. And I thought, you know what, that's interesting. Now, certainly we want to work with businesses. I'm open to working with businesses. I want businesses to come to Green Bay. I want to treat our businesses great here in Green Bay. Fact is, I look at the job of mayor as different. My top priority is going to be the president and CEO of the city of Green Bay government. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure we've got proper services for the people. That's what you pay taxes for. Certainly want to work on economic development. That is very important. That is extremely important, okay? But my priority will be a little bit different. That's just the difference between the mayor and I can appreciate that. So we can do both things at one time, but I like to get to the basics. If you do the basics well, and that is the basics in government, everything will fall in line. You've got pothole-free streets, you've got nice and trim streets, tax rate, everything like that. That falls in line. That's when the businesses look to come. Look at the Packers. They blocked well, they ran the ball well, passed well, worked the plates out. He said, you do the basics. Do the basics the best, you will succeed. That's what I'm concerned about. Let's do the basics.
Mayor Schmitt, 2 minutes.
All right, thank you. There's a huge difference here with this question. I just want to preface that we are blocking and tackling very well, and I have people who do that. I think the mayor's role, one of my #1 priorities is job creation for the city of Green Bay. And you look at successful mayors around this country, economic development is what they work on. And I've been successful at that, and I'm going to continue to work on economic development. And I appreciate that the financial part is the business. But look, when a business comes here, pick anybody, the VA clinic, first stop, the mayor's office. Schwab International, when they got purchased by the German company, first stop, the mayor's office. The guy who bought the Bellin building, first stop, the mayor's office. Look, my job is to connect them with resources so they invest here in Green Bay. East Manufacturing, I connected them with NWTC. They got 70 jobs now making those boats in a warehouse that was vacant. Bay Lake Bank, who went into the Boston store, the mayor's office. The mayor plays a key role, and if nothing else to connect them with resources, is to give them the confidence that this city supports what they're doing. Carvana's a business that expanded. Coco's opens up tomorrow. I've been interacting with these businesses, and I think I have a responsibility to grow jobs in the city of Green Bay. And sure, they want to look at our 10-year low crime rate, they want to look at our property tax freeze. We have those things in place, but we have got to create jobs here in Green Bay. That's why we have the 54, 57 industrial parks. So when businesses expand, they're going to be moving out there. I instituted the CEO Roundtable. CEO, come experience our Green Bay. We bring people in, we showcase them, introduce them to the chancellor, show them our neighborhoods, so that they come and locate here in Green Bay. So, big difference. I'm about job creation, economic development. Pat thinks that should be left to someone else.
Supervisor Evans, anything you want to follow up on?
Well, I guess, the statement, I believe it left to be somebody else. Certainly, the city plays a role in that. But once again, we have organizations like this. And everything that the mayor said is correct. That the mayor has to take an involvement when you start looking at making economic decisions. But certainly we have the Chamber of Commerce, we have New North, they pay people to really go out and look and develop business. Certainly you have to take an active role in it, but once again, I'm getting back to the basics.
And Mayor Schmitt, anything to follow up on?
Again, I'm endorsed by the Chamber of Commerce and by the home builders. I'm connected with them. But I still think the lead person in economic development should be the mayor. I think the mayor should play a critical role, especially in these large companies, small companies. All the associations out there, New North, they're awesome, but no one's more vested than the mayor, than me, in economic development, so I want to be the lead guy.